Anti-Law is brought to you by Twisted Tea. Keep it twisted, New England. And he joins us on the Harbor One hotline this morning. Hey, Ty.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing?
What's going on?
Nothing much. I mean, I'm happy. Zappe made me happy. I mean, that man, he put on a hell of a performance. Hey, it's looking good because guess what? It's just kind of like the weak part of the schedule, guys. He gonna hang in there until Matt come back. I mean, let's hold up on the damn quarterback controversy. I've been reading a lot of quarterback controversy. Let's hold up on that.
Yeah.
But hey, Bailey Zappe deserves credit. Hey, he played a great game.
Well, the author of that controversy is right here, Chris
Yes.
Curtis.
I mean, it's pretty obvious to me, Ty, that Bill Belichick yesterday morning with us had an opportunity to say it's nonsense, it's Mac's job. He did that with Tom Brady in 2016. He's done it with Cam Newton over Stidham in the past. And he chose to totally allow the conversation to continue yesterday morning with us. He did not say that it's Mac's job. He just said basically nothing.
Is that one of them places with the birds,
Yeah.
man?
Ty, where are
Come on, but you got to take that what it's worth. This Bill Belichick, is he ever going to give you something? You can't read into what Belichick may or may have not done in the past to try to die down. He might be doing something to light a spark under Mac Jones' ass too. You know what I mean? But I mean, I still don't think that it's warranted against the Detroit Lions to start a whole quarterback controversy after what Mac Jones did last year.
Ty, are you at
I don't buy that. I don't buy that.
Are you at an aviary or something? I hear birds in the background.
Oh yeah, I'm down here in Miami on my patio. Y'all hear the birds? I don't know if that was a toucan, Sam. I don't know who the hell that is out there, but I'm chilling, guys. I'm down here in Florida, so don't be jealous. Don't mind me. I can't help it. It's nature.
Any geckos around or anything like that?
Oh yeah. You can see them running around. If a big one come, I'm hauling ass though. I don't play with natures like that. I mean, sometimes these big ones come, they look like little alligators. Boy, I get the hell out of Dodge.
Ty, if there's no quarterback controversy yet, what will it take in your mind for there to be one? Is it strength of schedule right now that if Bailey keeps winning, it's not a big deal if he gets a win over Cleveland this week?
Winning is contagious and it builds confidence, but the journey, when I look back at Zappe's journey, how he got to this point, the guy can play. He's been through it, and it'd be a hell of a success story. But I'm saying this is a weak schedule. It's the Detroit Lions. I think all of us could have threw for 100 yards ourselves, and we're not quarterbacks against that defense. I don't know what the hell Aaron Glenn and those guys. Aaron is my boy. I don't know what the hell they're doing over there, but it's not a very good team. But it does something for the Patriots, being that it's the softer part of the schedule, and it's going to build confidence. And guess what? Mac Jones is also looking because, no, he's not safe. He doesn't have a Dak Prescott contract just yet. So, but I still wouldn't say quarterback controversy because of who they played. It's still early. Mac Jones proved enough to get to keep and warrant keeping his job.
Ty, but if you look at it, right, Greg said if they go 4-0 or 3-0, I mean, and we've been a part of it before. We've been in that locker room where we all looked and go, well, we didn't think you could lose your job to injury, but Bill does what Bill does. If Zappe continues to play, and I understand it is a weak schedule, or it's the softer part for them, but if he continues to play well, doesn't that now kind of potentially have this divide in the locker room where there might be guys who are like, hey, we're doing well with Zappe. Why would we want to put Mac in when Mac was in there? We only won one game with him.
I don't think so because, I mean, he's a rookie. It's his first year. Mac Jones played the whole season, got you to the playoffs. So I don't think that either one of the guys shown enough, especially Zappe being only a couple games in. He's still a rookie. Do that against a team in a division, do that, perform against a team like Buffalo. That is something that say, okay, now we're talking. Now we got something to talk about. But I think it's still too premature to say because he came in, had a great game, let's tip our caps to him. But Mac Jones is still the quarterback. I really believe that. I don't think everyone, just because the whole Tom Brady situation with Drew, he's not going to do that all the time. Everyone is not Tom Brady. And I'm not saying that he can't be that, but but I say it's just too premature right now. And it's Detroit. Hey, Coco, how far could you throw the ball?
I'm probably not the person to ask, but my arm's not
I'm
bad.
just saying. I'm just
35
saying,
yards?
Probably.
I
have a nice
you could throw it
spiral.
35 yards, guess what? You could throw it 35 yards on the Detroit Lions secondary, too. You know what I mean? I'm like, so I'm not, hey, that's Detroit, guys. I mean, they're not very good, but like I said, let's give credit where credit is due. And it also doesn't hurt to have a running back like Stevenson, taking the pressure off.
Yeah.
The game was already, controlled through the running game. So guess what? It's easier to make those reads, make those passes, and be more comfortable when the game is not just solely on your shoulders. The running back, I mean, they controlled the game. What, he had 161 yards, 6.4 yards a carry?
Yeah.
Come on now. I mean, anytime a running back is running like that, the quarterback job is easy. The quarterback's job is hard when, okay, what are you going to do when we need to throw the ball? We have to throw the ball. Can you make the plays, and can you keep the chains moving?
Different guy named Jones with another pick this week. Were you happier with the way he conducted himself post-game?
Absolutely, and that's what you do. You go out there and make the plays, and you prove everybody wrong and who has anything negative to say about you, because that's our job. We're going to point it out. Now, I will say this. It was still situations that I've seen in the secondary, and it can be fixed. It's just situational awareness, understanding where you're at on the field. I still don't understand why, if it's 3rd and 5 or 4 and you're lining 8 yards off, I still can't understand why I'm seeing that when I look at the defense, especially the secondary. Those guys up front, they're coming. They're putting pressure on the quarterback. They're doing it pretty consistently. I just want to see more situational awareness with the secondary. And I haven't seen that yet. But making plays is always good. You can cover up a lot when you make plays.
Ty, we had Devin McCourty on and kind of talking a little bit more about Jack Jones. He actually said that, that in that locker room, some of the veterans were kind of like, they kind of told them a little bit what you were saying. Hey, listen here. They didn't really say it how you said it, like shut up and play, but they kind of said, you know what, when you make plays, just be careful of the things that you say. When you look at that leadership in that locker room, do you think that maybe some of these guys are hearing what we might be saying or you might be saying and saying, all right, we need to be more of leaders in that locker room to get these guys to understand if you do make a great play and you're a young pup, you know what, you still got to prove yourself before you can start, saying all types of things in the media?
Right. You definitely got to earn that. You got to earn the right to speak and especially speak on yourself. Like that. You have Devin McCourty back there who he has to be the gatekeeper. He has all the experience. He has all the accolades. He has everything back there, and they have to follow his lead. So when you get a young guy just come in and make a play or two here and there and start talking, that's not good for the locker room. That is not good for the locker room because you still haven't done enough, especially in the early career, early in the season, to warrant, talking. You ain't Deion said, you ain't prime time. You know what I mean? So hey, just sit back and let us talk about you. Let us pump you up and give you the praise if it's deserved.
Ty, all preseason we made fun of Bill for making the decision to have Matt Patricia and Joe Judge working with the offense. Now you look, they go down to their 3rd-string quarterback. Yes, it was Detroit, but the week before, Bailey Zappe seemed to have a good control. They lose in overtime against Green Bay. Do you give any credit there to those guys that it's not a big disaster with a 3rd-string quarterback out there? The offense seems to be clicking.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, you got to give those guys credit because we didn't know what to expect. We didn't know how Matt Patricia would be. Because he's a defensive guy, as far as I've known, Matt to be more of a defensive guy. So for them to get together collectively and have the 3rd-string quarterback ready to play like he is and calling the right game, in those situations, you're focusing on the running back. I think they're doing a hell of a job, with that. But at some point, are they going to keep doing this by committee? I mean, are they doing it every other series like they do in the Little League and the Pee-wees or whatever? I don't know what the hell's going on, but, I mean, right now it's working. I think Zappe is comfortable. Mac Jones, when he get back out there, I know he's going to walk right back into the starting lineup. But guess what? Now we know we have a legitimate backup quarterback. Brian Hoyer is probably going to, go. Oh, he's on IR now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for 4 weeks.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I mean, even if he wasn't on IR, he done got demoted to the third quarterback. But you got 3 quarterbacks that can go in and lead the team. Still Mac Jones, Zappe. Hey, if he keep playing like that, let's say in week 9, 10, if Mac Jones doesn't perform, then we can sit there and have something to talk about. But again, I think, guys, it's still a little premature. It's the Detroit Lions. Like I said, we can all go out there and maybe throw a touchdown or a first down or 2 against those guys. But hey, he's going to be all right. Joe Judge, Matt Patricia. Let's tip our cap to those guys too.
The twisted question of the week for Ty is brought to you by Twisted Tea. Keep it twisted, New England. You brought up Brian Hoyer and the concussion, and I wonder if you feel like there is somewhat of an overreaction going on when it comes to the NFL, whether it's Teddy Bridgewater being taken out of that game or a couple suspect roughing the passer calls in games. Do you feel like the NFL may be overreacting a little bit based on what happened with Tua?
Hell yeah, they overreacted. Have you? Because I'm glad that y'all brought it up because it ain't all about the Patriots. Let's talk about the league. They take and protect the quarterback too far. Come on, man. Did you see that on Tom Brady? I said, what are you supposed to do? I told you put flags on him. I said that years ago, Wiggy. They just need to go and put flags on the quarterback, and you yank the flag, that's a sack. Because it don't make no sense. It makes absolutely no sense what they're doing. And it was another bad call with Kansas City and the Raiders. The same thing. You taking them down to the ground. But the concussion situation, you have to protect the players. I understand that, but it's more so I'm thinking about the quarterback. I mean, this is a bottom line league. I mean, I get it. They're protecting their investment. But at the same time, this is football. You know what you signed up for. Something that happened to Tua, you don't see that many concussions when your hands and do all that. So I think that's totally different than the average get your bell rung. Tua is a totally different situation. I think they should keep him out at least a month, if not the rest of the season, from what I've seen. But protecting these quarterbacks like they're doing, I think it's unfair to everybody else in the league.
Ty, real quick before you go, one of the things that I've kind of noticed in the league, I don't really know how you feel about this, but I feel like the man-to-man coverage play by the DBs, I feel like I feel like there's not any more lockdown corners.
You're damn right it ain't. Go ahead, preach.
And so I would ask this question. What do you think the issue is that you're not seeing these? Do you think they're playing way too much zone coverage in college? Or do you think these guys are just, I don't know, not good enough to play man? Why is it that I see there's no more lockdown corners that you're scared of?
You know what? I think you have to want it. And it's an attitude when you're playing man coverage or when you want to be that lockdown type of guy. I mean, the reality is when you wanted to get paid the big bucks, you wanted to be like the Deion Sanders of the world to get those big contracts. You set yourself apart when you're able to cut off half the field, when you're able to take that top receiver and hold him or shut him down. People getting paid a lot of money now when you ain't got to do that. I mean, no one wants to take that responsibility going against those DeAndre Hopkins and those guys and playing a one-on-one because there's a high likelihood that you can get beat, and no one's willing to take that chance. So I think if more players wanted it and went to the coach like myself, and I'm like, hey, I want him because I want to prove that, I'm the best. I want to prove that I'm better than that guy over there. And I guess you don't have to do that no more because everybody getting. I mean, all you got to do is be out there and get, $15, $20 million a year, and not just be a starter. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is. I don't. From college they're coming, and I don't know if they're not being taught that way, but I think it's more of an attitude, Wiggy, to be honest with you, because in certain situations, Coach Belichick is not going to stop you on a third and a 3rd and 5, he's not going to stop you from going up there challenging him. But if you go up there and challenge him, you better win. If you're going to go up there, because that slant right might convert to a fade.
Right.
So can you win? And I think that's the issue. And guys, I mean, to me, they're playing like they're scared. They're scared to go out and play a Cooper Kupp and run all over the field with him and say, I got him, no matter how many times he goes behind the line of scrimmage, no matter how many pick plays, he goes in motion. I'm going to go up and get in this grill, and I'm going to take him out. And I know it's an offense-driven league, but, you know, guys, they got to have a better attitude, in my opinion, because I don't think any coach out there, if you have the ability, is going to say, you know what, if you want him, go get him. I'm going to give you the opportunity, but if you start losing, we're going to go back to doing it my way. But no one wants to do it anymore. And it's a shame because, you know, I'm a stickler for DBs, and I'm always watching who is going to challenge somebody, and I see it across the board. No one's challenging.
All right, Ty Law. We are, by the way, we're off and running with the bowling event to benefit the Greg Hill Foundation on Ty Tuesday, November 8th at Apex. It's called Ty Law's 24 Lanes. And so we got 24 lanes open and available, and the opportunity to hang with Ty Law all night and bowl and win yourself the big trophy. So I can't wait for the event.
I'm looking forward to it, Greg. And I said, we got to be on the same lane, Greg. We got to be on the same lane because I don't care about beating nobody else in there. I don't know how long, if I can go 10 holes with this back of mine. I got to have surgery about a week, but I'm going to suck it up to beat Greg. I'm trying to tell you right now.
Not happening.
I'm sucking it up to beat you, Greg, but it's going to be a great event. I'm looking forward to it. We gonna eat, we gonna drink, we gonna do everything.
I have a broken toe, so
Right.
I won't be able to get it in the bowling shoe. So, it's going to be an issue for me. But that's,
bad back, bad
I'll
toe.
play-
So
Yeah.
we'll see who powers through.
Exactly.
I will play through it. I will play through
Okay,
it.
absolutely. Hey, we got to go down there. Hey, Wiggy, what's that? What's the line we get in? The Toradol line. Yeah, we're going to get the Toradol line.
Get you a little shot
before we go up.
Get
Give us a little shot of that Toradol.
Get that right butt cheek ready to go. We'll get you a little shot.
Now, see, let me stop you right there, Wiggy. Hold on. Most of y'all was in the line, and get the ass line. I was in the shoulder line.
Oh, okay.
I ain't getting no shot in the ass. That was y'all.
I needed
I got mine in the shoulder, Greg. We ain't dropping balls.
I needed mine in the ass. More meat in the ass.
Yeah, that's because you're soft. They soft. I was like, man, you're not sticking no needle in my ass. I'm getting mine in my shoulder. Never once.
All right, I can't wait. I can't wait for Ty Law's 24 Lanes. Come hang out with us. There's also spectator tickets available, so you can eat and watch and hang out with Ty and drink and do all that stuff. So you don't have to bowl. It's teams of 5. I think it's $250 a person. That includes everything: bowling, shoes, food.
Oh, that's cool.
The opportunity to hang with Ty, and we will see you there on the 8th of November. So just go to thegreghillfoundation.org/events to sign your team up, and you could beat Ty Law when it comes to bowling at Apex. All right, Ty, we'll talk to you next week.
All right. Appreciate it, guys. Later.